It's like a diamond ring, it's a precious thing, and we never want to lose it. It's like a favorite song that we love to sing. Every time we hear the music, and we're in this love together, we got the kind that lasts forever. Like berries on the vine, it gets sweeter all the time. It's like a rainy night and candlelight, and ooh, it's so romantic. We got the whole thing working out so right, yes. And it's just the way we planned it. We're in this love together. We got the kind that lasts forever. Don't you know that we're in this love together? And like on the vine, it gets sweeter all the time.
Oh yeah, we're in this love together. Al Jarreau on GJRB Online here on Spreaker. Gary J. Russell with you in the afternoon with our Smooth Afternoon Show on a Friday. Beautiful sunshine outside our Spreaker studio today. Absolutely incredible, and I hope you're enjoying the music. We got some more great smooth jazz coming your way right after the news, including some more new emerging artists and Jeff Smith and Friends, among other great jazz favorites. It's 4 o'clock Central Time right now, 5 o'clock in the East, 2 o'clock Pacific, and you are listening to GJRB Online here on Spreaker. This is the GJRB Online Network. GJRB News. Have Gary J. Russell with this hourly news update. Former cop will spend 12 years in prison after a shooting of an unarmed woman. It happened that he was having regrets about that, but he's going to spend some time in jail. The convicted officer will face manslaughter charges. The economy is up. Here's a report on the economy from Fox.
Now climbing back over 26K despite a lot less hiring in May than economists expected. 75,000 jobs created.
The consumer might be pulling back. If you look at where the jobs are being created, services, healthcare, manufacturing, take a look at retail. Employment there dropping by 7,600 workers as more stores close.
Fox Business Network's Lauren Simonetti.
If you have this overall slowdown coupled with trade tensions, happens, we could trigger a broader economic slowdown, and that could compel the Federal Reserve to cut interest rates. Also, keep in mind, this data was collected before President Trump threatened tariffs on Mexican imports. Those are set to take effect on Monday.
Right now, the Dow Jones Industrial Average, let's take a look at that this hour in Friday trading. As a matter of fact, I'm going to take a look at that right now and give it a reboot so that we can get an update on that. Friday trading here. And Friday, the Dow Jones Industrial Average closed at 263 points. The NASDAQ up 126.548. And the S&P up 29. And other news this afternoon, that's the wrong page. Okay. Other news this afternoon, New Orleans family of Louisiana-born musician known as Dr. John has died. Celebrated singer and piano player was blended black and white musical influences with hoodoo-infused stage persona and the gravelly bayou draw. He died at the age of 77. Family statement released, published, said that Dr. John, who was born Mac Rebenek, died early Thursday of a heart attack. His spooky Gris Gris Gumbo Yaya slithered into the pop-dominated market in 1968 and startled listeners with his sinister implications and outwardly magic. His career marked a lot with drug addiction, but later he had a top 10 hit in early 1970s. 1973, collaborated with numerous top rock artists and had multi-Grammys. He was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. This is GJRB News. Watch, pray, for you not know what hour the Son of God will return. Prophecy, New World Order, terrorism, economic collapse, wars, pandemics, Israel. When they say peace, then cometh sudden destruction. Volcanic eruptions, earthquakes, signs in the heavens. Keep up with world news and events you hear on GJRB's News on the Hour. Go to End Time Headlines at www.endtimeheadlines.org. With a lot of chaos happening. Keep in touch with End Time Headlines and GJRB. And we keep you informed with what's going on in the news and what's going on nationally in the news. Brought to you by End Time Headlines this afternoon. Here on GJRB Online, here on Spreaker. We keep you on top of what's happening in the world of news from our GJRB News Desk, Fox News, and News Headline site. And keep you on top of what's happening worldly and nationally, and sometimes even locally from the GJRB News Desk. Some of the news coming in the local area for people listening in the Clinton area. The YWCA here in Clinton is going to host a Splash for Cash. Have that story coming up a little later. Iowa's unprecedented cigarette tax as not as panoramistic as suggested, and police search for a man who used counterfeit bills at a Hy-Vee stores. We'll take a look at these stories and a whole lot more throughout the afternoon here on the GJRB News Desk with another news update locally, and that's coming up a little later on. News when you need it, bottom and top of the clock to keep you on top. GJRB News. I'm Gary J. Russin at the GJRB News Desk. You hear great jazz on GJRB. The best of jazz, up-and-coming jazz, and smooth afternoon. If you can't get enough of jazz and you live in the Quad Cities area, tune in to KALA, St. Ambrose University in Davenport, Iowa, at 88.5 on the FM dial. Along with some of that great smooth jazz, you'll hear a lot of great jazz programming. And programming in other great music formats. Like blues, urban, including rap, also classic R&B and Motown with David Baker on Rewind, Friday nights at 6 p.m. Central. In addition, You get programming in Spanish and some great gospel programming too. For more information on that great programming you'll hear, check out their schedule at www.sau.edu/KALA. Even if you don't live in the Quad Cities area, you can enjoy KALA anywhere in the world with their internet stream. Connect with KALA. Listen and enjoy. Next news at the bottom of the hour. Give Christians praise. You're recovered and informed.
You're listening to Smooth Afternoon with Gary Russin on GJRB.
Oh yeah, I like that piece of music, don't you? Is it Mr. Payton? Yeah. It's a great piece of music there by Gregory Payton, and gonna take a little time here on GJRB Online. Hope you're enjoying the program wherever you listen to across America. New emerging artists this hour. Stay with me. New music from Clivey McDougall, and just a best of relaxing jazz during the afternoon. This is the latest from a guy named Robert D'Agelio, jazz friends, called Backstep. Great piece of jazz on Smooth Afternoon. Smooth jazz in the afternoon right here on GJRB Online here on Spreaker. Relaxing, kicking back, listening to the best of smooth jazz. Smooth afternoon on GJRB. It's newest by Benny Sutton in Stone. track there called Automatic Caution Door. Great piece of music there for you by a selection called actually Smooth 34. Just some great music there for you on Smooth Afternoon on GJRB Online here on Spreaker on a Friday afternoon. Hope you're enjoying the program. Smooth Afternoon, bringing you some great relaxing music. Hope you're spending the afternoon with us here on GJRB Online. And if you like the music and you like the program, hit that like button. Always glad to give you all that information for you so that we can be prepared for the weather and keep you on tap of what's going on. We're going to be doing that here in just a few minutes. Weather on the fives. Got some nasty weather out in the south, and we're going to take a look at that coming up. The south is really getting hammered, so to speak, and looking pretty bad for a lot of you folks down south, especially down in Florida. San Antonio, Texas, not too bad. You guys are sunny and high in the upper 90s. It's hot for you, I'm sure. But we're going to take a look at those temperatures right now and see what's going on as we take a look at weather on the fives right now. And see what's going on along the weather map here on GJRB Online, here on Spreaker across America, and see what's cooking here and see some of the national weather. And then we're going to check with our friends at Weather Nation. Coming up a little later on, we'll do a Weather Nation update and take a look at some of the nasty weather going on down south. Right now, though, let's take a look at some of the temperatures we're looking at right now this hour. Tampa, Florida, checking in with 80 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Manhattan, partly cloudy, high 77. Expected fair skies. Los Angeles, 73 degrees under partly cloudy skies. In Cleveland, Ohio, it's 69 degrees and sunny. Cedar Rapids, 84 degrees under sunshine. And Washington, D.C., checking in at 78 degrees under mostly cloudy skies at this time. Over in Dallas, Texas, you guys are right now looking at partly cloudy and a high of 86 degrees. Fair in Manhattan. Back home in Ambridge, it's partly cloudy and 77. Sunny in Cleveland and 69 degrees. Again, we'll take a look at your weather forecast across the country with weather on the fives coming up around 4:45, and we're going to do 50 minutes of nonstop music next hour. And then next after the break, 50 total minutes of smooth jazz with new emerging artists. So stay tuned for that right here on GJRB Online, here on Spreaker across America. Thanks a lot for tuning in. I'm Gary J. Russin. Hope you're enjoying the music and kicking back and really enjoying it. And we'll talk to you a little bit. Join me in the chat room. You can do that. Gary.Russin on Skype if you want to call me. I don't have my Skype open, but I can definitely do that if you want to get in on that. And let me know what you want to hear. You know what I'm saying? I got some great jazz here. New emerging artists. Got some really good stuff. And a new emerging artist that we played on our last show was a great rendition of Take 5 coming up. Right now, here's Jeff Smith and Friends. Dance with you all night. Yeah, interesting music, isn't it? It's called Drift. It's new music for you from the New Jazz Movement on GJRB Online. Smooth afternoon on GJRB Online here on Spreaker across America. Hope you're enjoying the program wherever you're listening to here on Spreaker. Remember, it's brought to you by your friends at Spreaker. And we can have be a radio personality like me. All you have to do is get on Spreaker. It's Spreaker. Start your own account. And you too could be on the radio like me. Spreaker, Spreaker. Spreaker spelled wrong on purpose. Spreaker, and broadcast to the world. Got a lot more great music coming your way here. We'll start another 50 minutes of non-stop music and take a little break for some news at the top of the hour. One more brief roundup of local and national news, and then more great music coming your way as we wrap up our smooth afternoon today here on GJRB Online. Thanks a lot for tuning in. I hope you're enjoying the program wherever you're listening across America. I'm Gary J. Russin. This is the GJRB Online Network.